Like,
Jose made me come on here.
No, I'm like, hey, do you want to talk about the? Yeah! Exclamation point. I was like, okay.
No, I'm pretty sure it said sure. ...
No. Nope. Give me a second.
Yeah, pull up that message, Jose.
1 second.
I get like my channels are flipping back and forth.
Oh, do you see that?
Did you make sure it's plugged in?
But it came with a sure.
Whatever.
That sounds great.
But there's 3 exclamation points in that text from you. So
2 of them are to say Happy New Year. So.
I didn't say where they were connected to.
So I'm not saying Robbie Pierce died?
Yeah.
I don't.
Are you sure it's not that trend of the joke about people dying?
No.
Oh, that's a big thing right now.
An American off-road racer, owner of Jimco Racing, and former owner of Mastercraft Safety and Impact Products.
Can we check the plugs are over there? Yeah, it's somewhere over here because every time Jose moves, now I'm never completely gone.
Pearson?
Pierce. Robbie Pierce.
As in, like,
Yeah, it's like in and out.
Pierce with a prison shank?
Yeah. Samsonite.
How's that?
Say something, Jose. And
Check.
Okay.
Check.
Yeah, I guess so. It sounds very low.
I think we're not going to
Say, Cody, say something.
Something.
Yeah, it's fine.
He died last January, Jose.
I was just...
They just found him.
Jose's
like, 2022. Yep.
No, it says 2023 in this one.
This one says that he died January 3rd, 2022.
Yeah, it is Wikipedia, though, dude. I mean...
This one says 2023.
It was all over Instagram, dude. People, like... The only person that stands out that said something about it was Sarah Price.
Yeah, this article from... okay, the article is memesrandom.com. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not a legit thing. Yeah, this one says, legacy.com says it was 2022. Oh, but that's a different Pierce. That's that guy is like a never mind. That's definitely not the same guy. So we'll let Jose confirm that.
Yeah, if you go to his Instagram, Robbie Pierce 30, his last fucking post was Happy New Year, and then all these people RIP are under it.
He must have had one hell of a New Year.
Yeah.
We missed that party.
Thanks, Betty White. Got it. Yeah, I don't. I can't find anything that corroborates your story, Jose.
All right, well, call me a fucking liar then.
Fucking liar.
Fucking liar. Well, it should be easy to find on. You said Sarah Price said something about it.
Yeah, on one of her reels. Because I think her boyfriend got fucked up in that Dakar rally. He rides motorcycles, right? Yeah, I think he was in that Dakar rally and got hurt.
Hmm.
And she's like, yeah, 2023 sucks so far. We've lost 2 people, and then so-and-so got injured.
She referred to her boyfriend as so-and-so?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up. That's not a relationship that's going to last.
She didn't want to say my name out loud. You know?
Well, he's all fucked up now.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
It's time to start referring him to so-and-so.
Oh,
she didn't want to say Nitro is hurt.
Sean Holman posted it, 2023.
Yeah,
that's right.
Sean Holman's, he's a credible source.
Is he? Because he doesn't work for what you call it anymore.
Yeah, he's
lost his cred.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Not like us with our street cred.
Do we even have that?
We're the people's media, so yeah, we always have it. You just got to keep claiming it.
You know, that was
All right.
cool before Trump,
Okay.
but you say that now, it's
Yeah.
kind of Trumpy.
The people's
right.
media?
Yeah.
3,
I always thought of it as like wrestling. Like, I'm the people's champion.
3.
Yeah, I get it, but it's
Three.
not
That's a rock
Trumpy.
thing.
You hear what I'm saying? 3, 2,
So Trumpy's not good.
3, 2, 1.
I think you're Trumpy, Jose.
Some people think I am, dude, and it's hilarious.
Hey,
You guys
I
think
mean,
am?
he was pretty adamant about standing next to a Trump flag on the trip.
oh. See?
I wasn't. I was trying to get you guys to stand by one. I'm like, just
He
stand there.
definitely tried to sabotage me
I
on
gotta
that
take
one.
a picture of you guys.
3, 2, 1. All right, after multiple failed attempts to start this
I
show,
thought we had started numerous
I-
times.
No.
already.
Yeah, you thought they were
after
streaming
multiple failed attempts at starting this show, we are
I started
on-
the show 6 minutes ago.
You did. You did. We are live at 6:30 something on Tuesday nights on YouTube, we are always live at 6:30 something on Tuesday nights. We are joined tonight by a special guest, and I was thinking about this as I was going to say, we are joined by Jose's boss, but she hasn't been Jose's boss for over a year now.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
That's
geez.
crazy.
Yeah.
Now we just call her the Squirrel Hunter.
We'll call her Jeb from now on. Jose's ex-boss.
That did come up. Somebody did ask.
Well, since Jose's it's not a hard J, wouldn't we call her Heb?
Oh, it's a
Heb?
Heb.
yeah. Heb.
No, I don't.
Jose's
I don't want that name. No, I don't want that name.
Nicole has
Hey,
vetoed
Jeb.
Heb. What'd you
Hey,
call
Jeb.
her?
Jeb.
Hey, Nicole,
That
how you
did
doing?
come up. Somebody remembered that. I was like, nope, it hasn't been that way for a long time.
You haven't been Jose's boss in a very long time.
I
Fortunately
know.
for you, I mean, I know that wasn't a
You
very...
don't know that she doesn't have a current Jose working beneath her.
I don't know that.
I do not. I can guarantee that right now.
So we had Nicole come on, one, just because we like hanging out with her, and two, because she was part of the group that went with Jose on the Death Valley trip. There was a ton of photos. Joey D sent me a link to a bunch of really, really great photos. And it sounds like you guys had a really, really good time, and I wanted to hear about it to make me even more jealous than I was watching you guys out there via the socials. So let's start with that. Like, you guys went out there what day?
Wednesday. And then we drove out Wednesday and came back Friday.
Did you guys all meet like out here at someplace and cruise together?
Yeah, we met up off of Sierra and the 15 at that.
Our normal.
That's the normal TC meeting point, rally point.
Well, it's either Summit in the 15 or Sierra in the 15,
Yeah.
and we never really seemed to be able to get it right.
It was supposed to be Sierra, right? But
no, I always choose the one on Summit.
Yeah, but I
That
went
one
to,
sucks, and we all like
Why
Sierra.
does that one suck? The one on Sierra is a shit show to get in and out of, and there's always construction, and
There's a McDonald's that's at the Sierra stop, and a bunch of other there's like 5 gas stations there.
But I don't know. It
Yeah.
just seems like it's always congested.
But it
I
is.
met
There
up
was a
Nichole
lot
at
of
Stater.
construction. Yeah,
guys
we
met-
unintentionally met up at
I
Stater
went to
Brothers.
Stater's before the meeting point, and then as I was coming out of Stater, she was pulling up.
Because, I had to get ice because I didn't stake claim to an ice chest
Oh, that's right.
What ice chest?
I need to hear about how
Or-
the fridge worked. How
or
the
refrigerator.
Yeah.
What refrigerator?
I
I don't have one.
So, so you guys meet up Wednesday. What was the drive time to get from here to where you guys were?
You actually got off the road.
Like when we started, it was like 8:30, right? Something like that. 8:45. No, it was
no,
like 9
no.
because
It was
Tim
like
late.
9 o'clock.
So you
Yeah.
left here at 9.
Yeah, Tim was.
Yeah.
Tim was late, and he lived like up the street from that place.
But we weren't complaining because he had all the food,
Oh,
so
yeah, dude.
we were willing to wait.
What was the drive like from SoCal up? Oh, I mean it's all SoCal, but from here up to Death Valley.
It wasn't that bad. I think maybe like 3-4 hours, but we stopped along the way and, did a gas up, grabbed some drinks and stuff like that. So It really wasn't that bad.
Cocktails.
The traffic was great.
Ronchetti's saying it was 8:40. Don't make him look so bad.
Whatever, dude. It was like 9 o'clock. But up to 1095 past like Adelanto, it was super windy, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
there's nothing up there.
No, it's just desert, just open desert. And then
And you couldn't even tell how windy it was until you almost blew off the road.
I was gonna say because there's no like palm trees.
There's no
blowing or
point of
anything.
reference. But
Yeah.
we stopped by a brewery before we on the way there.
There you go. That explains
Oh,
the wind.
yeah. Yeah, the wind.
Yeah.
It's
It
called,
sure is windy. Look at it.
Yeah, it was windy.
I forgot to mention this on the last because when I did that trip to Trona Pinnacles, we stopped at that brewery too. But
What's it called?
Indian Wells Brewery.
Yeah. We stopped there on our family road trip.
Yeah. So dude, they have the best
What did you stop there for?
Tammy wanted
cream
drinks.
soda. So I
But
didn't.
they have soda and stuff
do.
too
Yeah, they do.
there.
So they have all the crazy random sodas and weird things,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
then that's the one where when you park on the left, there's like the picnic bench area.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the same one. I thought about that would be a very cool spot, like if we did a TCX trip up off the 395.
100%, dude.
Like they had a private room where you could book a private room and do.
So
a
it's like a little restaurant that they have.
Yeah.
But it's only open on the weekend, on Saturday, I think. Saturday.
Yeah, they said it's only open on the weekend. So we
Yeah,
were like,
so-
what the heck?
But the brewery
who
itself
knows
is
if
still
it's
open.
private?
yeah.
But yeah, they have all types of sodas, and then they have their specialty hard sodas that have a shit ton of alcohol, and you don't taste a damn of it. Like you can't taste any of
Okay,
it.
wait. No, because I had to Google this because we had the debate
Oh
where it
yeah.
was, it's 10%, and
By
you're like,
volume,
by
right?
volume. And I was like, what does that mean? So I Googled it when I got home, and it's only 10% of the full bottle is
Yeah,
straight alcohol.
by volume.
But it's 10% of a freaking 22 ounce
That's the
bottle.
thing. The
Yeah.
bigger it is, the more diluted it's gonna be.
That's what I say all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
If we're going by volume. You want impact by
10%.
volume and the percentage of impact.
10% is 10%, regardless of volume. Like this is a 16 ounce,
Yeah, but
you know,
there's
whatever,
five-
and it's
there's
9 whatever percent. If it was in a 22 ounce bottle, it would still be 9%. It'd be the same alcohol.
Hold on.
content.
What weighs more, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers?
They're the same.
Yeah.
So again, by
gotta be
volume,
your bowl.
again, if
I was gonna
I
say-
poured 4 of these into a jug, does it get watered down because it's in a larger vessel?
no, but no. I guess
No, but the
percentage-
way you make there's more water in the other one, right?
Okay. I'm just saying, like 10% by volume is still 10% of whatever it is.
Whatever. Look, these things are
Yeah,
fucking
I think
strong.
your theory is flawed there, Jose.
All right, these
Yeah,
things are fucking
exactly.
strong. All right, they're delicious.
Anyway, they are strong still.
and they're
yeah.
delicious. All right,
Okay.
and they,
Don't try and argue alcohol with me.
and I bought a case of it.
Oh, snap.
I did. I'm gonna give you a couple.
Oh, thank you. All
I'm
right.
gonna give Cody a couple because he doesn't drink.
Ooh. I did some beverages this weekend.
I think you would like them. If you're not an alcohol drinker, it doesn't matter. You can't taste alcohol in it. It's amazing.
Yeah. So from there, Wednesday, that was around already like 10 o'clock, 10:30. We headed into Ridgecrest, filled up there, and then we had a quick lunch right there at Trona Pinnacles, like at the off ramp. We just had a quick bite to eat, and then from there we went into Death Valley. To our first stop of the trip was is it called Baccarat or
Yeah.
Baccarat?
Yeah.
Right? It's like this small. It's like
I think
two
that's a
bil-
board game.
Yeah.
I think that is a board game.
I think he was a lounge singer, too. Bob Bacharach.
Baccarat, Death Valley. I don't know.
Is it with a C, Bacharach?
I think I'm
A bacchiotomy?
oh, it's B
Ballarat.
Baccarat.
No, it's Ballarat.
Ballarat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Samson.
Look. The difference between my Baccarat and a Ballarat, they're very
Yeah.
different. Like, if I'm going to have a rat, I'd rather have it on my back, is what I'm saying.
You don't want a Ballarat?
No, I don't want a Ballarat.
Yeah, but Ballarat.
Have you already dipped into that case of
Yeah, dude.
goodness tonight?
Some lingering effects from this
If
trip.
there's lingering effects from last week, I definitely got to try some of that stuff.
So I'm looking at a map with a Ballarat trading post.
That's all. That's it. That's it.
That does not look
that's
like a
it.
place I would want to get off of the freeway.
I mean, it's just a dirt road to that. It's like the
Yeah,
most paved. It's like the most graded dirt road
Oh my!
to get to
Yeah.
it.
Did you guys stop at the Ballarat Cemetery, Nicole?
No, we didn't. I think that was in the opposite direction.
It
It was
It was like 100
was-
yards away from that
yeah,
outpost.
but it was in the opposite direction of what road we needed to take to our first stop.
There, I guarantee there's something haunted right there. It's like a square.
Well,
It's like a
no,
rectangle
so
in
first
a
off,
dirt field with like 40 graves.
They have
in that
pet
little city,
cemetery.
it's like a museum, and they have Charles Manson's truck parked there.
you know that
and-
old picture I posted up, like the old vintage. That's Charles Manson's truck.
Yeah. So I didn't know until we were driving up there
So-
some of the locations that we were going to stop. And Joey was like, should have brought your ghost hunting equipment
Yes.
because we're going to be experiencing some stuff. And I was like,
You're like, dude, I got a
what are we gonna
voltmeter.
experience?
So number one, always know, Nicole, I have a voltmeter. If you need to borrow it for any investigations that you want to do, it measures, amps,
Volts,
microfarads. Like it'll do all that stuff.
All right.
Everybody knows
ohms.
ohms. Oh fuck yeah, it does ohms.
It'll own the shit out of some things.
It'll ohms.
It still had service. We would have waited around for 3 hours for you
But-
to bring it to me.
The question I have is the fact that it's Charles Manson's truck and it's adjacent to a cemetery.
Yes.
More ghost value? Like do ghosts are they drawn
there's-
to Charles Manson?
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, this-
there's more to it.
This cemetery,
I just want to know in theory, is it like, yeah, man?
In
you
theory,
idiot,
yes,
Charles
because
Manson,
you
fucking ghost
have like a
Charles
negative.
Manson. Okay.
Yeah, you have a negative energy and it kind of fuels.
To me, it's kind of
things.
like the similarity. Like if Steven Spielberg dies and at where he's buried, UFOs will naturally be seen because of E.T. and all those other movies that he's affiliated with. So, okay, I just want to make that clear that that's the understanding that Charles Manson ghosts. It's like a ghost booster. That's,
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah.
who are you going to call?
It's a ghost booster.
Ghost booster.
Ghost booster.
Jump sauce. Ghost boosters. Okay. So you get to Baccarat and
Baccarat, Ballarat, same shit.
Ballarat. And so I'm looking at the map. Where do you go from there? You
We head south, and then we go into an awesome, like canyon. It's a canyon, dude. It's awesome. It's one of the pictures I posted up on
It's
Instagram.
aptly named.
It's
it
awesome
named-
canyon.
Is it named Awesome?
I don't know the name
Yes.
of the fucking canyon, but
Oh,
Just
I thought you
pick
said
another
it's
board
awesome.
game and then call it that.
yeah, it's Baccarat.
It was like I could have sworn I don't know. It started with the P, I thought, but it was like
Pleasant.
something pass.
I'm looking up here. There was one called Pleasant Canyon.
Okay, it's probably that.
Maybe
Probably
it.
that one.
So when you get off at Ballarat, you kind of go north a little bit, and then it veers down and comes down through.
No, you head south, directly down from Ballarat.
Yeah, because you take more of like a dirt road, and then
Yeah.
you have to veer off
On
east
Win-
before you hit into the canyon.
So you head down Wingate Road, and then I see where you're at now. Okay.
Yeah, go through that canyon.
Ronchetti's saying it's called Goler Wash.
Oh, there you go.
He would know.
Good,
Goler-
good
I was
thing-
just
good
mapping
thing Ron's on
along,
this
I
show
mean-
tonight. Otherwise,
He's
we'd
got
have
his
all the
head
wrong
in his hand
information.
right now.
I swear to God, if Ron wasn't in the chat room right now,
Tim.
if Tim wasn't in the chat room right now,
Tim.
we'd have all the wrong information. These guys have told us that they didn't leave till 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and they stopped at Baccarat to gamble, and now they're
They
in,
went down a canyon
they're
with
in
a
awesome
female on it.
canyon.
Hey,
Thank you,
we
Tim.
knew where we were at. We just didn't know names of things.
Okay. So
So
That's
through
why we were third and fourth in
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
That was my attitude through high school. I know where I'm at. I don't know the names of things.
Yeah.
So this canyon, nothing difficult, but just an awesome just drive through that canyon. Like it's just an awesome trail. There's nothing difficult about it. But we took that to get to Barker Ranch. That's That's Charles. I guess that's where they found Charles Manson, right?
Okay, yeah. So it leads into Barker Ranch, which is where they found Charles Manson and the three people who committed the Tate murders. That's where they actually captured them. So it was like, oh, we're in this place. They actually had a picture of Sharon Tate up in one of the canyons, and I was like, this would have been amazing to try to see if anything happened, which it did. I mean. I thought I saw UFO lights. Jose had some wicked dreams.
So I didn't know we were.
Crazy.
I didn't know where we were at. I didn't know this was like the Charles Manson spot until the morning after.
Although I told the story by the campfire.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't remember.
But he also bought a case of those sodas.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But that night, dude, when I went to bed, I had a fucking nightmare. I just felt like I was dreaming that we were all in the camp. Like I was dreaming that we were in the camp, and then, like this lady was outside my fucking tent.
Was
like,
she hot?
No, I didn't
Did
see
she
her.
touch you in all the wrong places?
I wish. No, but I didn't see her. I just heard. I swear to God, she was outside my tent, dude.
She was that hot.
Yeah, and then I didn't see her. And then I can't remember like what happened in between then. But then in my dream, all I remember I was yelling for help, but I couldn't yell. Like if I was tied up and like taped or some shit.
Dude, tell me more.
But you always say that's how you sleep
It was
in your
Nichole
coffin.
outside of your tent searching for ghosts.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
But I just remember
She was poking Jose with a stick. On the
I
outside.
just know I just know that in my dream, like they were trying to harm all of us in the campsite.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not cool.
So Jose wakes up and goes, "Did you hear me screaming last night?" I'm like, "No."
Well, dude, I thought I was yelling in my sleep, like
Not with that crazy witch like going around camp trying to strangle us. No.
I really thought that I was yelling in my sleep because I was trying to yell that hard in my dream. But then, so I was telling everybody this, and then Tim was like, "Yeah, I had the same dream too." He dreamt that
Shut
there was
up.
a lady trying to kill them too.
All right, I think we need to go back for a.
Were there furries nearby?
No,
Were you
there
hearing like a furry party?
Hold on, we.
Yeah, something's going on.
We just lost. Did we lose?
What
Everything
happens
froze.
You start talking
Everything
about
froze.
Everything
Ghosts
froze.
and
I can
stuff.
hear. No, they're there. Everybody's back up. Yeah. So you start talking about ghosts and Manson, and I can't see video of.
Me and Nichole didn't freeze. You guys froze.
Well,
Everything froze on
Yeah,
my end.
you and Jose are freezing.
There you go. Okay, it's all coming. It's coming back. So think about. So I just looked up. The Tate murders were in August.
See, I'm froze. Like I'm not even on the screen.
Yeah, no one needs to see you.
Okay, good.
The Tate murders were August of 1969. So 1969, they're log back in, Jose. They're
my computer's frozen.
okay. Well, unfreeze it. Turn it off and on. Press the power button. I don't know. 1969. So thinking about that location of Barker Ranch, like what kind of did they drive that truck through Goler Canyon all the way?
They drove a fucking school bus through that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they drove a school bus up there, which we found out when we were in the little museum that they had to take it apart and take it out. So people wouldn't be driving up there and like making a shrine to Charles Manson.
I kind of remember hearing something about that.
Yeah. So they removed the bus from there, which we didn't find out where it was, but
Who would make
that's
a
what they
shrine?
drove up there. And it specifically says like that site, it was built like a family bought it as a family gathering area to get away. But it clearly states in the history, it became infamous in 1969 for the capture of them.
Yeah,
So it's
I'm
pretty
just
crazy.
thinking like, you guys are wheeling through there like, oh, let's go check this out. But in 1969 in a school bus, that was a 2-day trek and probably pretty treacherous.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they got it up there, dude.
Yeah, because
Not
some
if
of
you're
those
running
areas
from
are,
the
I
cops.
mean, it's a pretty easy drive, but there are some pretty narrow sections for the fact that they got a bus up
Look,
there.
anything can go off-roading if you try hard enough. Ask Susan.
Hey, I even know that.
Yeah. Susan's like, oh,
Well-
I'll catch up with you guys in my expedition.
Nichole, you used to until Chicken Rock, and then you lost your cred.
Oh, I had to tap out of that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
that one did scare me.
There's Jose.
I'm back.
So then
So how much time did you guys actually camp there
camped there.
Barker?
Yes, we camped there.
Like in the ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Jose had a nightmare there.
Me and Tim.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
I thought he was just fucking with me, and he's like, "No, dude, I really dreamt that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit."
What was the weather like?
Cold.
Well, that night it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. The wind kicked up a little bit, but it kind of died
lady
down.
was in your tent keeping you warm, Jose.
I think Jose was just paranoid because he was like adamant about staying in that tent.
Yeah, because the last time I slept in it, and when I went to Trona that first night, the trip I took it on, it was Johnson Valley. I had a claustrophobic attack in that thing, dude.
The little one?
Yeah, because I had it zipped up like
Yeah.
the
So
whole
do
way.
you think it's that same chick that's like haunting you and she's making you feel that way, or is the tent you're just attributing crazy chick suffocating you in that tent?
Dude, I've slept in that single person swag.
Yeah, but all the way zipped, like all the way. Like,
yeah, because I slept last year at Johnson Valley at King of the Hammers. I slept in that thing.
Yeah.
And I had to zip it up because it was 4 degrees outside.
I don't know. And Johnson Valley, when I zipped it all up, and you can't see shit in there, dude.
You can't. It's pitch. It's a coffin.
Yeah.
It is a coffin.
I woke up. I was like, "Fuck!" I had to get out of that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's why I was sleeping in my truck. I don't know if you remember seeing me in my truck, but that morning you left, I was in my truck.
Oh, were you?
But anyways, I'm like, fuck this. I'm not gonna let this fucking win. So I took that same. I took it out on this trip, and I forced myself to sleep in it again. And this time nothing happened.
And this time you got
just
attacked by
Except
ghost
you
lady.
had a nightmare.
Yeah. He had nightmares.
I know, a ghostly encounter.
Yeah.
So that was day one of the trip.
Okay.
Barker Ranch. We ended up at Barker Ranch.
But what time did you guys get to Barker Ranch?
It was about
Tim?
5:30.
It was like 5. It was like
6?
sunset.
Tim, can you confirm?
It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock. The sun was just getting ready to set.
It was getting ready to
So about
set.
5.
Okay. So that's a good long day of travel all the way to the campsite. So day 2, you wake up and then what?
Day 2, Tim makes awesome breakfast burritos. We got a kind of a late start that morning. We ended up leaving camp. I think it was like 10 something.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I wanted to post pictures because Jose was helping cooking, and I was like, what the heck, man? We don't get this on the Trail Chasers expedition.
We also don't have 2 scottles on our fucking trips either. It's always like either hot dog broth or Mountain House. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
But we got a late start that morning, but from there we went down to Mango Pass, which is like another big famous trail around there. Mm-hmm. And there's like one gnarly section on that pass. Nichole got like 3 wheels.
Is that the one you posted, Nichole, where you were waiting for a spotter and then you came down by yourself?
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna wait here for Joey to spot me, and Joey wasn't coming.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure, because we were sitting up there, and they told me, it's about 100-foot drop. So I was really nervous, and Tim kind of had Joey lead him down around the first rock. So I was like, well, shoot, if Tim needs help, I have a longer vehicle. How am I going to do this? And so I was kind of like sitting back a little bit, and I was just like, I don't know how long it's going to take for Joey to get to the bottom, so I'm just going to start. So it wasn't that bad. I mean, I made it around the rocks. I think I've gotten a little bit better about judging where I do my wheel placement, at least on downhills, not so much on the up. I still need to work on that.
It looked horrible.
The downhills, it was pretty, there was a little sliding because of the sand and stuff like that, but it wasn't that bad. Like once I hit the bottom, I was like, whew. And
I think that's
done and over.
Yeah, I think it's just the nature of wheeling an IFS rig. Because I don't know. I was watching her truck the whole trip, just because like when I started taking the Frontier out, because it's totally different than wheeling a solid front axle truck, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's not as much flex, but like her truck, as soon as it just seems like it's more twitchy, right? I don't know if can you confirm that? Like it goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Like it goes from you're planted and then 1 degree more, and then all of a sudden, like your ass wants to kick out in the back.
Well, I don't know that I agree. I think that the when the front end drops,
yes,
there's no weight in the back, so definitely it lifts
Yes.
up, and especially the stock Ford.
and that's exactly what happened to her. Like her
boing.
front driver went down, and then the back just went
Yes.
up.
So you have to know that as you're going into a drop. As the
Yeah.
front end drops, okay, my back's going to kick up, but it won't go. But I feel like it's less if you have an IFS with like my truck that's now weighted in the back.
Okay.
It's less twitchy than a solid front axle, because when a solid front axle drops on one side, the right, let's say the left side drops,
Yeah.
the right wheel reacts to that. It tilts, it moves, it goes whatever. Whereas with the IFS, if the left drops, and assuming you have the weight in the back,
Yeah.
the front, the right doesn't do anything. I feel more in control, and I don't feel like the rig is rocking me back and forth as much as it was in a solid axle.
I don't know. I was just watching the truck go down. I was like, "Fuck, I wouldn't like that feeling." Dude.
It could,
Yeah, he was like, "What does it feel like from the inside?" I'm like, "I don't know. I anticipate like when I'm it because I can tell when I'm at that angle that I know that it's going to end up dropping because I can see like the downward trajectory. Do I know how high my back wheel is going to go? No, but I'm kind of already anticipating the fact that I'm going to feel a little bit of a drop. So it's all I feel is that, just a little bit more of an incline. So it wasn't,
kicks.
yeah.
And I think part of that is the factory suspension on the Ford. Like we experienced that in my truck. It really wanted to pop that back end up.
But then I went through it, and I'm like, this didn't feel anything like what I saw in her truck. Because it just went.
Even on the small ones, he was like, even on like just a small little rut, like if you drop down a little bit and I don't have that clearance or that reach in the back to where my tire is still going to hit the ground, like just a little bit off and my tire will raise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely feel more three-wheeling in my truck than I do like in some of the other vehicles.
I don't like that.
You get used to it. Like when Matt was wheeling the Renegade, he was on three wheels all the time because there's all of 4 inches of wheel travel in that truck, right? But the other 3 wheels were doing all the technical work to get it past that point. You learn to go, all right, well, I'm gonna be off camber a little bit, and I go through it.
But what's cool about Mango Pass is like when you're at the top, when you reach the top
and
of that
real
pass,
quick, it's Mengal, Mengal. I kept looking at Mango Pass.
Mango.
Mango passion fruit? No, Mango Pass.
At first, when I was talking to Tim, I thought he kept saying Mango Pass. And then I went to look at it and I was like, wait, that guy's name is Mangle.
Excuse me. It's my Mangal Pass.
Mangal. El Mangal.
So when you're coming out of like Barker Ranch, you're still like in the canyon, but when you get to the top of that pass, that's when Death Valley really opens up. At least from that little section, you're like, oh shit, Death Valley's fucking huge. I don't know. I had never been there. I didn't realize how big the fucking valley was, dude.
No, I've never been there either. But some of the pictures, especially the ones like Joey, it's beautiful. Like. The pictures Joey sent were like full on Microsoft Bing wallpaper style, like awesome.
And the thing about that is where it was opening up, we were only seeing like the bottom half of Death Valley. We were at the very tip of the corner. We weren't even at the top, like Nevada side yet. So to see all of that and how vast it was, and me having been there, but like on the more northern touristy part, it was crazy to think like how much more was out there that tourists don't go out and see because everything is in the north.
And I think that's an interesting point. So go back to a little over a year ago. Nichole, Jose, and I were all working together at that time. And Nichole had gone on a vacation, and she was in a GMC, 2-wheel drive GMC Terrain, and she went to Death Valley to camp and do all that stuff. And I remember her coming back going, oh, there were so many places I wanted to go, but I was afraid that my car wouldn't make it. And I was all, you need a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Like this is happening. I can feel it. It's happening. And I remember just like it was like
planting that
and
seed.
then
just I kept kicking at the scab.
One dead squirrel later,
Yes,
boom.
yes,
Yep.
Literally,
all
it was
took was a little bit
2
of murder.
months. 2 months later, 2 months later, I had my truck.
Yeah. So think about that, Nichole, going back to
Mm-hmm.
a little over a year ago, and driving in the areas where you felt accessible in your vehicle, and now knowing you can go just about anywhere. Like, how did that change Death Valley for you as a destination?
Oh, first, like we were saying, it's so vast and we were only in that one little section of it. Like, there's definitely need to be multiple trips. It needs to be longer than the time that we went. Like, we were there for 3 days, but it still wasn't enough time. I think you definitely need like a half day to get to your first destination and 2 good days of wheeling to be able to experience a lot, especially because you want to go around this time. So the weather's good. And you're just so short on time because sun sets around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But just to know how much more was out there, it's definitely like a multiple trip type of deal. And the terrain is always changing because with the weather, different roads are either washed out or it just changes the terrain of everything. So definitely need to go back, want to do a different half of the national park that was closed because they're still trying to make all the repairs from the flooding. So, but it was great to see. And I got to go back to some places when I first visited out there, which was nice to actually take like an off-road trail to get to Rhyolite, which was one of the areas where like it was the ghost town. That was the whole point of me going out to Death Valley for that trip that I went to. And then, but to actually be able to wheel to it and come out from the back of it was it was fun. It was just kind of like a full circle moment.
Do you regret it? Regret getting the
Oh,
truck?
no, heck no.
I remember
No, but there were definitely a lot of conversations about needing to fix it up. And then, yeah, definitely need to get better suspension on it just because I think the travel was a little bit hard. I mean, everybody there is like 37s has a good suspension on it. And I'm like trying to bounce around and not jump my truck on every little like whoop that we hit. I was trying to be a real responsible driver. So
I didn't know that you tried to not jump it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like your signature move, right, Nichole? You're gonna want to ease. Whoa!
Yeah. All those times you did jump, it seemed like you did it on purpose.
Yeah, I feel like instead of squirrel hunter, she's like the rocket squirrel. Like imagine a squirrel with a jetpack. That's how Nichole drives that truck.
No, I think I did a lot better this trip. That was one of the conversations, like after I had text Jose and he was like, sure, you can come. I was like, hey, are you sure? Like, I don't want to hold anybody up. I'm still like in kind of a learning stage. I know I've done a lot of it, but there's still a lot of things that I'm still like trying to get comfortable with. And I definitely didn't want to hold anybody back just because like, I don't like bouncing around and all the noises my truck makes.
I'll tell you right now, secretly, Jose was like, God damn it, Nicole's coming. How am
know.
I going to keep up with her? Like, he was worried. He was worried about keeping up
I
with
replied.
you.
I'm like,
guarantee.
Hey, I'm in a 27-year-old Toyota. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone's holding anyone back, it's me.
That maniac's going to make me go faster than 25
Yeah.
miles an hour.
I was
He was
pushing
like,
hard this trip. Dude.
really? Because that stopped you? And I was like, hey, I'm trying to be responsible. And, you know, everybody thinks I hate my truck. I'm trying to like show it some love and care.
We just assume you hate your truck.
No.
But I mean, you have more than enough skill to keep up with any one of us. And the things that you don't have, that's how you learn, is by going, especially when you wheel with those three, right? Those are three highly skilled, highly experienced people on the trail. Joey D,
Tim, Monica, and Joey.
And then those two and Jose.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn something. But that's how you build up that experience and that confidence level.
Yeah.
And the more you do, I know that your truck will continue to, you'll continue to add to it. But it's like these types of trips where you
Because
go,
things will break on it, and you'll have to.
That truck is so good. It is so good.
Yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
dude? That truck gets amazing gas mileage. Because fuck, man.
What do you get?
Look,
gas mileage?
hey, look. Because of my gas mileage on that trip, Jose commented twice that he should have gotten a Ranger.
Wow.
So
like I'm burning up
through that
gas
trip,
at like
everybody's
9-10
like-
miles a gallon.
Yeah.
She's like
I was
16
like,
to 18.
Hey, I got
Are you really getting 16 to
16.1 miles
18?
on trails? Yeah, I can get 16.1.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Are we stopping to get gas?" And I was like,
yeah.
I've only used a quarter of a tank.
Yeah, I was at below half when she's like, "Yeah, I'm still above 3/4 of a time." I'm like, "What the fuck?
What am I doing wrong? Because in my Ranger downhill with a good wind, I can get 13. Best case
I
scenario.
mean, but you also have like
I know I've got a giant
1,200
wind
pounds of
sail on
gear.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, so that he made that comment a couple times. I was like, "Damn, I wish I was recording." So that way.
But yeah, so after that Mangal Pass,
Bengal.
we just did some. There's some cabins nearby. We visited those cabins, and you can actually stay in those cabins. You just have to put up the flag to let people know that you're there. And
Is that the geologist cabins?
I believe so. Yes.
Right
Yeah.
off Coyote Canyon Road.
Sure. There's cabins.
That
out there.
one.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, you can stay in there. You just got to put up the flag to let people know you're there. But people leave like supplies and shit in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then the next like landmark spot we took pictures at was at the Butte. It's like
I
multi.
was like, I didn't know there was going to be a butt on this trip. I would have made arrangements to go.
No one said anything.
Jose
about
touched
that.
the butt.
I touched the butt. I took pictures of the butt.
Presley just randomly will be like, he touched the butt, like from Nemo.
But yeah, we took pictures in front of the butt. It's that multicolored rock.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's cool.
From there, yeah, I mean, from there, we just kept driving through the valley. We got up to one of the bigger borax mines. Is it borax, right?
It's borax.
Yeah.
Well, I kept asking if it was borax. That's one of the big things of what they mined out there was borax.
Mm-hmm.
Striped butte.
We couldn't. Yeah, we weren't 100% sure, but it looked like it.
But yeah, it's one of like probably the most traveled mines. It's a big mine. Dude, as soon as you walk in, it's pitch black, and you're like, "Holy shit, dude!" But it's like, dude, they just go on forever. Like those mines, it's just crazy. You could easily get lost in there, no problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't big enough to drive in, right? It was.
No, but it's pretty big though.
Yeah.
I mean, you could drive in it if it wasn't gated off,
Yeah.
but yeah, you could drive in there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so we were leaving that mine, and I was in the back, and we're stopped. I'm just like, "Hey, dude, what are we waiting for?" And then Tim's like, "I'm just waiting for this Honda to drive by." You're just like, "What the hell?" It was a Honda Pilot, all-wheel drive, and it was like I became an ongoing joke
now.
because we kept saying like, "Dude, I can't believe they brought that AWD fucking vehicle out, all-wheel drive." It's because it's got AWD. They can go anywhere.
Dude,
But-
I think my next vehicle is going to be a Honda Ridgeline.
Cool.
Do it. I'm gonna smoke all y'all.
But then it's like, dude, we're like 30 miles in from the road, like to that mine, and there was just a older couple in that Honda stock. Like it didn't have off-road tires or anything. Stock.
And you don't have service at this point.
There's no cell service in fucking Death Valley,
Yeah.
dude. Like even in the main road, you don't have cell service.
Even with your new
Yeah.
fancy.
No, that worked.
Okay.
No, but like Cody, you've been near like Furnace Creek, haven't you?
No, I've
Oh,
never had
okay.
to go
Well,
up there.
So like Furnace Creek, that's where you get service, but we were so far out away from that. And these people, that's what made me kind of think too, like, man, these were the things that I wanted to do. And I was just like, no, I know my car can't do it. But these people like, no, yeah,
You'll
I'm
never
going to
see those people
try.
again. Those people aren't coming out.
Yeah.
No, they actually they like met up with us in the middle and they drove out with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they got in
Yeah.
between in our pack. So, yeah, I think they waited for people like to go out because they were by themselves. They're
Yeah.
like, fuck it, we'll just go with this.
Yeah,
group.
we'll wait.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy. We started talking about like how people, I don't know if it's just not knowing or ignorance or them thinking it's a national park, help will come if we need it. But dude, going out there alone in a all-wheel drive car, who knows if they have supplies, if they have satellite communication, if anything. I just don't know, dude. And we're just saying, how many people do that on a daily basis in that park?
Well, I mean, there's like a Walmart in Hemet, so
Okay,
it's
but
kind of like
there ain't no
there's probably a
Walmarts in Death
Walmart,
Valley,
so
dude.
They probably assumed there was. You know,
but
like,
Maybe they were going out there to end it, and then they saw you guys, and they were like, you know what? That was a stupid idea. Let's just follow these guys out.
Yeah, he was going to go out there to.
I think a lot of people think like, oh my god, they think like national park. There's going to be a park ranger like at these spots because they're landmarks, but there's not. Like we saw maybe two park rangers. I think.
I mean, Jose's kind of a park ranger in reality.
You know what he is? He saved
has
a
a
lot of
badge.
people on this trip.
He should park. She's got the ranger. That's it.
I didn't save anybody. All right. And
Jose
again,
saved people on this trip.
And I kept saying, you know, you're having a real shitty day if you see my face coming to save you.
You were a superhero?
Yes. No, I was not. I was being a good Samaritan. We got off that, so we left that mine.
You just didn't have your cape.
I didn't have a cape, bro. Yeah. Sorry.
What about those tights?
I had the tights.
Next week.
Just not
I need to see those next week.
No, we left that mine, and that's when we headed into the road. But it was, like I said, it was like 25 miles to the road. And as soon as we got to the road, you know, we started heading into Furnace Creek and immediately got flagged down by 2 cars that were pulled over. And it turned out that it was a newer Dodge Ram, maybe 2018, 2019. Dodge Ram 1500 4x4, but it had 2 flat tires. And their spare was fucking like, dude, it looked like a racing slick. I don't know where they got this fucking spare from. But it was like a super old spare, and then they had 2 flat tires. And those fucking tires were old and cracked. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Whoa.
They took there's a dirt trail from Furnace Creek to where we were at. It's like 40 miles. And they didn't air down, and they just drove that like that.
And how old was the truck?
Like 2018. It was a newer one, right, Nichole? It looked fairly new. It was like 2015 and up for sure.
Yeah,
okay.
At least 2015.
Yeah. But I mean, it was 2 older couples, and Tim was in the front and started talking to him, and she's like, "Hey, we need a tow truck." And Tim was like, "Why do you need a tow truck?" "Oh, we got 2 flats." And we just pulled over, we fixed their flats, we aired them up.
Yeah.
And the guy
park ranger.
the guy's like, as we were, you know, fixing his tires, like, dude, I thought I was well prepared. I brought an impact wrench. He's like, I brought an impact wrench and some sockets. I was like, yeah, dude, you're not well prepared to be out here. But they were super thankful. You know, it took us like 10 minutes to patch them up and air them up. But yeah, dude, it's just crazy. I was just like, some people come out here with nothing, like no preparedness.
They have their dreams.
Yeah.
They have their dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. And you know what? You helped fulfill.
And good intentions.
Yeah.
If their hopes and dreams include Jose.
That's what I'm saying. You're having a real bad day.
That's a bad.
Their problem was that their hopes and dreams didn't include Jose.
Exactly.
So I just did a quick Google search for Hiker Dead Death Valley, and there's so many.
Oh yeah, dude.
So many people go out there to Death Valley, like you said. Like
that's what you get for hiking.
Yeah.
Mistake 1: hiking.
Yes.
Hiking. Yeah.
Missing hiker found dead. Death Valley. Like it sounds like a lot of people go out there to end it.
John's right. They did name it Death Valley.
There's called that for a reason.
But yeah, that's
I wonder how many people had to die out there before they started calling it Death Valley.
Hey, where's that out? The valley.
Yeah.
Which valley? Just the valley. And then
You know where everyone
5 years
goes
later,
and
they're
dies?
like, which
That
valley? The one where all the dead people are? Okay, the Death Valley, that's the one. Yeah.
But that kind of started the conversation of like going out there alone. Like I definitely wasn't going to do that in my old vehicle, but even now that I have like a 4-wheel drive, I'm still not going to go out there and trek, even if I was prepared to like take one of those roads. And some of them are graded, and granted, they're like landmarks that they want you to see, but you still really have to be prepared because there was a ton of loose gravel that, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a normal vehicle and then know that I don't have service out there.
Yeah, but it was just crazy, man. And then that's when it was like getting sunset, and we're driving towards Furnace Creek, but we're still like 50 miles out from Furnace Creek, dude.
So real quick, according to Wikipedia, the valley received its English name in 1849 during the California Gold Rush. It was called Death Valley by prospectors and others who sought to cross the valley on their way to the gold fields after 13 pioneers perished from one early expedition of wagon trains. That's your answer, Casey. 13. It took 13 people to die before they renamed it Death Valley.
I'm going to start calling it 13 Death Valley.
You know what? Can we go back to Goldfields? Where are those?
Where are those?
They're gone now. During the 1850s.
I don't know. There's still an active mine out there near Beatty.
It says during the 1850s, gold and silver were extracted in the valley. In the 1880s, borax was discovered and extracted by mule-drawn wagons. So yeah, borax was what they were mining out there. But
that's like for cleaning your hands and shit, right?
Yeah.
Borax.
Yeah.
But it's used in all. It's like it's used in all kinds of exfoliants and pumice and cleansers and all kinds of stuff.
You
seem to know a lot.
Yeah,
about
you would
that.
know.
Dude, you don't?
You seem to be very well exfoliated.
You don't. Borax is a salt, a hydrated borate sodium. Right? It is commonly available in powder or granular form, and as many industrial and household use powder. It's included as pesticides, soldering flux.
Okay, makes sense.
It's part of glass, enamel, pottery glazes, and for tanning hides. Yeah.
Pesticides. That makes me nervous. I didn't wear that mask
I know.
when we went into the mine. Walking around breathing in all those particles.
Yep.
Not me. I had a mask.
Hallucinating like Jose.
Yeah, right? Jose, are you sure you didn't hallucinate after you went in there?
I don't know, dude. I don't even remember the trip.
So you're at this point you superhero up and fix the broken people.
Yeah,
did they turn around and go back after that point? Or did they keep
No.
going in?
No, they were driving towards Furnace. We're heading in the same direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they take off before us.
Yeah, they take
and
off
then
before
we
us.
to catch up with them because the patch didn't work.
They had two
so
more.
They had to save them a second time.
Yeah, the patch didn't work.
What kind of did you just use the tire plugs?
Yeah, the tire plugs.
Okay.
Yeah, but the hole on that one was too big, so as they were driving, it just
sometimes
opened.
you just got to stuff multiple plugs in there. You just fold it up,
keep on
stuff
plugging.
it in.
Don't stop plugging.
Put more. You got to squirt
keep
more
on plugging.
glue on it and just plug.
That's the problem. We stopped plugging.
Okay.
Sometimes it's too big. You just gotta cut your losses and walk away.
Be like, look.
Sometimes you
I can't bring this tire to its full rotation with the current equipment that I have. So I'm going to have to move on.
You got to fold those plugs in half and then jam them in that
Just-
way.
Nichole is not having any of this conversation.
I can't. I mean, this entire trip, I would just something would be said and like Jose would giggle, and so it started rubbing off on me to where I'd be like, "What is Jose going to say about this?" So then I start to giggle.
You got it.
I corrupted.
It was so bad.
It was already. She was already corrupt.
True.
She just wasn't used to having to address it, and you made
Jose
her
just
like
brings it out of her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was like
It's Jose's fault.
subtle ones, and I was just like,
And I would just hang my head like,
fucking
"Oh my
Jose,
god."
you're making me think these things.
Day 3 of the trip. I can't bring myself to make it through any further.
Yeah.
These assholes are a bunch of 11-year-old boys.
Exactly.
It really was like I couldn't even look at him on the last day because like any little word was like.
I love that's my favorite impression
We
of
gotta
Jose.
get some of these sodas, man.
That was my favorite. From now on, that's my who Jose? Yeah, you know Jose.
yeah, because it was like, it wasn't even funny. I was like, and I just like start laughing because it was obviously like fucking super immature, and Nichole was like, "Stop it." But yeah, so we fixed their patch again and then got them on their way. But we made it to Furnace Creek. It was nighttime already, and our campsite was still. We hadn't even decided where we were gonna camp, right?
Yeah, we weren't even sure yet because Tim had a couple of different places, but one of them he hadn't been to, so he wasn't quite sure of the layout or how available it would be. So the place that he had been to was at Titus Canyon, like at the opening of Titus Canyon, was like another like 30 or 40 miles away.
Yeah.
I think that we said 42 from the gas station in Furnace Creek, I think.
Yeah, we
So
fucked up,
like we
fucked up
still
our
had to drive a
distances and
good
times
distance.
a lot this
You
week.
didn't stay at the.
We did.
You didn't stay at the Furnace Creek Resort.
No, but it's
No.
fucking awesome there, dude.
Dude, it's so lit up and bright, and people are out everywhere. It was a party,
And it's warm there at night. So
it was warm. Yeah. By the time we got to our camp, like we all just kept watching the temperature drop and drop. We were like, it says 37 degrees right now.
It was fucking cold, dude, on the second night.
Oof.
Windy
Yeah.
and cold.
Yeah.
But we had dinner, awesome dinner again, awesome fire. No nightmares. No nightmares that night, dude.
Well, because you weren't hanging out with Manson.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't sniffing
Yeah.
borax.
You dipped into that Captain Morgan, I'm assuming.
No, just the hard soak. I didn't bring a handle, dude. I bought a case of that fucking shit.
But you should have had that handle with you before
Yeah,
you
you're
left
right.
your house.
Yeah.
I love that. I bought a case of that fucking shit is enough explanation that he needs to tell Matt.
He's
I
like,
knew what
yeah,
he was saying.
but you still need a hand. It's hand or bust, right?
Got to have that handle just in case. Just in case. Like, this seems like a time for a few cocktails, and then you don't want to like, sorry, bro. We already went through that, bottle of rum. You're assed out. You want to make sure everybody has the ability to enjoy a cocktail with everybody else.
I do like between hanging out with you guys, this group that I went to with, everybody had maybe one drink, maybe two. And it was
Except
like,
Jose.
everybody is sober here.
No, I had one drink. And
Yeah, he had
I
one
was the
drink.
one going to sleep first
Yeah.
on both nights.
Isn't it pretty awesome?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I can't hang. It's like 10 o'clock. I gotta go to sleep.
Ooh, 10
Like
o'clock.
both nights, he was
Yeah.
like, so who's going to watch the fire and put this out?
Yeah, because I
We're
need to go to bed.
I mean,
My bedtime was 8:15.
Yes.
Jose, can
Yeah.
you stay up with your ghost friend and put this fire out?
But yeah, so the next morning after we camped there, we headed into, is it Beatty or Beatty?
Beatty. Well, it was so cold. So by the time we actually made it to our camp, it was probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock when we were trying to cook dinner and everybody set up their camps and stuff like that. Like it was already
It was
fairly late in
fucking
the
cold,
evening.
dude.
And it was cold. And so by the time we were like halfway through with just cooking dinner, we were like, let's go into town for breakfast tomorrow. Let's not even attempt
Yeah.
to cook. It's going to be colder in the morning than it is right now. So we already had the intention of just like waking up and going to a warm restaurant. So we ended up driving into Beatty so that way we could eat without cooking.
Was there like a IHOP or a Denny's or something?
Nah, dude.
Little mom and pop.
You're giving it too much credit.
Yeah.
Like a small fucking mining town, dude.
Yeah, we pulled up to one restaurant and they
What?
had like 3 tables, so we had to leave because there was
Yeah.
nowhere for us to sit. Then we ended up at some other place and literally is like cash only. And I'm like, I don't have cash. Is somebody gonna help feed me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
So Beatty is too good. Those people are too good for Denny's
No,
or
they have a
or
Denny's.
Norm.
No, they have a
They
Denny's.
have a
So they
Denny's.
have a Denny's, but it's inside of a casino.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, that casino smells like stale smoke. Like people are just in it, no ventilation, whatever. So
the
everybody was
Vegas
like, no,
Island.
we don't want that smell. for
Yeah,
the
that
rest of
sounds
the
like
I
the
would say
Vegas I
that's-
miss. Like,
Yeah,
It
right?
sounds like
dirty.
Dean's off of Grove
Hey,
and Foothill.
take me there. I want to get eggs over Miami.
moons.
Moon.
But-
Moons over Miami.
Over Miami.
But there's
And,
somewhere like north of Beatty where a lot of people also off-road, and I don't know what else, but it's kind of like Beatty is kind of like a central area. So the casino is always packed. I knew parking was shitty anytime that I had been there. And then like I was telling these guys, there is an active mine. And when I was there, the locals are like, yeah, these boys from the mine, they just got paid. They come into town and they want to spend their money. So it was like a party town. And Tim and Monica said the same thing because they have a bunch of bars just down one road. And these guys just bar hop through their paycheck. So I was like, I don't think Denny's is worth the battle right now.
It sounds like
Yeah.
my kind of town. I gotta.
I
tell
It
you.
does,
said,
Matt.
let's
I
party.
could definitely see you getting lost there.
I'm looking at a
Lost.
map. Of,
It's not lost if I want it.
Yeah, I'm looking at a map of Beatty, and the Beatty Hospital looks like a double wide with 6 parking spots. Like, don't get hurt in Beatty.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because we were talking about breakfast places. I was like, when I was there, they told me the best breakfast is to get at the VFW. I don't know if we all want to walk in there right now. And like the VFW is like at the church in town.
yeah, we stopped right in front of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got breakfast, and then there's just random fucking donkeys just walking around.
I love it. The more you talk about this place,
It sounds like
the
Matt's
more,
hating.
yeah, let's go. Like, I don't even
we
want to
need to
fuck around
vacate
with the
that.
other shit you guys are talking about. Let's go straight to Beatty, and then I'll decide whether
Bar
I
hop
want to.
and donkeys.
Well, look,
We go
Beatty
straight
is
to
where
the
like
Beatty,
Go hand in
to the
hand.
Denny's.
I like when I worked with Cody and Jose, it was like, look, we need to stay here. If you're gonna do this expedition, I told him the hotel I stayed at. They have like weird. It's close to Area 51, so a lot of the hotels like have alien decor. So I
that
stayed at the
Atomic
Atomic Inn.
Yeah.
So I tried
Fuck,
like,
guys.
hey,
Come
I think
on,
these guys
man.
will stay there and get you guys out there. I
Atomic
definitely
Inn,
could
bro.
see
It's pretty
it.
legit.
Yeah.
So
Area 51, Holmes.
It's on the
Yeah.
other side. So where Rachel, Nevada is, where like the UFO
Yeah,
highway
we
and
know.
all that stuff, and then Beatty, it's like Area 51's right in between the two.
Yeah, Atomic Inn.
I'm all
The
in,
Atomic
guys. I'm
Inn.
all in. Let's do
We
it.
stop at the Denny's, and then
Let's fuel up at the
we cut over to
Denny's.
Area 51.
Let me make a run at that road with all the bars, and then let's go look for UFOs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from breakfast.
How was the breakfast? How
It was
the breakfast? 'Cause
It
you
was
went-
good.
What was the name of the place you went?
Dude,
Oh.
Mel's Diners. Dude, I don't even
Yeah.
Was Flo there?
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, they kept calling it
got
Flo's
you.
Diner. They kept calling
I
it
kept
Flo's
calling it
Diner.
Flo's Diner, but
But what
It
was the
was
main
Mel's.
character on that show?
No, it was
wasn't Flo.
Mel's Diner.
Right.
Had Flo.
Flo, but
Flo's Diner is an actual place here, Flo's Cafe here in Chino, California. But
At the Chino Airport.
But I'm
Yeah.
talking about the TV show with Flo. Never mind. I can't remember her name. Okay, so I want you to look it up. Like, what was the name of that place?
I think it was Mel's.
Mel's. And then, how was your breakfast?
Come on, Tim. Are you in the chat room?
it was nothing special. It's just a regular.
Hold on. But considering
What
where
did you
you
get?
were,
Did you get the chicken fried steak?
No, I got pancakes. I got pancakes and hash browns. It's pretty.
God,
You can't fuck that up, right?
yeah, but you're also not. What do you? There's no adventure to that, Jose. You gotta
Hey,
like,
man.
you gotta ask. You gotta
protein.
when Flo comes up and says, "What do you need?" You just tell her like,
It was Mel's Diner.
What
That's what
is
it's called, Mel's Diner.
okay?
Yeah,
What
Mel's
do you
Diner.
recommend? What is the house speciality? And then go from there.
There was no house special. He was like, dude, what do you
No.
want to eat? Like, here are your options.
Okay, but it was Mel's. Okay, yeah,
It was
it's
Mel's.
confirmed.
Yeah, it's Mel's Diner. So from there, we there's some what's that city? Rhyolite.
Rhyolite.
It's like another ghost town. Pretty close to Beatty.
Beatty. Like Warren Beatty.
Okay. But
Like Matt Beatty.
Alice.
Thank you.
Alice.
Yes.
The, the show was called Alice, and then Flo got her own spin-off afterwards.
Oh wow! But it was Mel's Diner, right? It
It's-
was Mel's. She worked
yes.
at Mel's. Okay,
I'm 99% sure. Yes. Look. Yep.
it's confirmed. Good
Because the actor was Mel Sharples was the owner of Mel's Diner, so it was Mel Diner. Alice worked there. Flo worked with
it
Alice.
was the professor in the library.
And then Flo got her own
Fucking pipe.
spin-off
With the
show.
candlestick.
Yeah. From there, we decided. Joey had found some trails off road that led to Rhyolite from Beatty. So instead of taking just the main road, we decided to fucking take these trails. Pretty cool fucking trails. Nothing difficult until Joey decided to go scout one of these trails. He's like, I'm gonna go see what's up here. I'll be right back.
And the guy in Megatron says, yeah, you guys can do it.
But he was in
No.
there. He was in his
He
Mojave.
was in the Gladiator.
Okay, it's
Still,
Megatron Jr.
it's only on 38s or 7s or whatever.
It's Starscream. It's not Megatron.
Exactly.
It's Starscream.
Exactly.
But
Go ahead
yeah,
and scout.
he turns a corner so you can't see him anymore, and then he's just on the radio. Okay, guys, I need help. I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm in a real bad
I think
spot.
I'm in a bad spot.
And then he's like, hold on.
And
I'm
we
in a
can't
bad
see
spot.
him.
He's like, yeah, I'm in a bad spot. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm right there. So I go up because I have a winch, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's is Jose's music like that, like Superman, dun, 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 or is it more
No.
like
Yeah,
mariachi?
100%, dude. So I get to
I
where
was
he,
going to do the Voltron theme song, but whatever.
apparently the 6th Voltron is green.
Yes, it is confirmed.
But anyways, so yeah, I get to the spot he's at, and I don't know. It didn't look. He tried to bust a mat, dude. He tried to do a U-turn down a slope when we thought you were gonna flip over.
You only have to. You have to be like
Full throttle.
Well, you also have to have like a symbiotic relationship with your vehicle. You know, you got to know this.
What do
bitch
you
ain't
do to your
rolling.
vehicle
to
to get to that level?
I can't tell you. It's intimate.
I was like, Joey, why are you trying to U-turn here? He's like, I didn't. He's like, I
just ended up this
it
way.
just ended up this way. It's just, it was like really steep, man. It was super steep, and it was like rock where it just crumbles really easy, and his front end just started sliding, and it just slid like perpendicular to the hill.
Oh no!
Yeah, and then
It looked pretty gnarly from where we were standing.
and his rear control arm on the driver's side, he had high center on a rock, so he was stuck.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, how? I'm like, I can't go up. The hill was too steep. Like, if I can get up there, I'll just turn around and winch down. But I was like, dude, I can't. There's no way I was gonna make it up there. And there's like no trees, no nothing to where we can like pivot off. Yeah. So I was just like, all right, man, just put it in 4 low, put your locker on, and just reverse so you can get off the rock. And then he did that, and yeah, he got off the rock and then just went back up and back down. But yeah, later on he's like, yeah, I was fucking up because he didn't put his locker on when he was trying to get out.
Oh.
He was just in 4 low. But yeah, as soon as he put the locker on, he got unstuck. So.
Nichole, I'm disappointed because it doesn't seem like you guys stopped at the Bullfrog Rhyolite Cemetery, which looks worse.
Yeah, we did.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Hey,
we haven't got
you're
to
like
that
jumping
yet.
ahead.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
get the beans above the freight, man.
Yeah.
Get the beans above the freight. Okay, so
So I had to save a Jeep.
Super
another
Jose.
Jeep. Yeah.
We got to come up with Jose's superhero name. What's his superhero name?
It's
Nitro.
Our
El Guapo?
Joey and Tim are just like, Jose, get over here.
All I know is there's a Rhyolite Ghost Casino.
Okay, so
Oh yeah,
guys
it's
check that
abandoned. But yeah.
Oh my god.
An abandoned casino.
Yeah.
so you unstuck Joey.
Yeah, and then we just decided to go straight to Rhyolite from there.
Okay.
No more exploring. Beatty fucking off-road trails. Yeah, but Rhyolite's pretty cool. I mean, dude, I had a big fucking headache, so I kind of stayed in my car for that portion of the trip. But it's a ghost town. It's considered a ghost town, right?
Yeah, it's considered a ghost town. There's still some, like the casino is still standing and pretty much fully intact, but there's a lot of buildings that have started to crumble down, but you
Yeah.
can still kind of see a
There's
little bit of the
bank, right?
structure.
One of the banks.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah.
so the casino is what you were saying was the depot, but I think it like maybe transitioned into a casino. I'm not sure.
People are doing that now.
But like there's part of
Well, on the little
it
plaque I read-
identified
little plaque
as
I
a
read.
casino.
and there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to make sure that's clear. If you want to transition from a depot to a casino or vice versa, that's fine. You do it. You do you.
But yeah, there was like a bank, a school, and then like kind of off in the distance there was still there was a jail house out there. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
But it was
Not
a
just
pretty
a
big
bunch of
town
rubble.
at its peak. It was like there's a picture of it when it was all built out.
When?
Like 1918.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? Like people were in that town, they heard about cars. Like I don't know if it's necessarily cars, you know? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody wheeled up in a car and they fucking shot at it like, holy shit, you know, like, what the hell is that? You know, that's crazy.
But Cody, we did go to the fucking
those rich
cemetery
fuckers from that mine that were partying and they eat breakfast at Mel's and then go fuck people up over at Rhyolite or whatever. It's crazy.
So according to Wikipedia, the town began in 1905 was after several mining camps sprung up around prospecting. And it says
at their peak, 50 trail cars a day of freight they were pumping out of that place.
By 1907, it had electric lights.
And there was a mine up there
Could have said
too.
extracting.
Pump.
But you said pumping. Whatever. I mean, it still works. I'm not offended.
So
but think about, I think I missed.
Pump.
I think I missed my calling. Like, it sounds like being a miner at the turn of the last century was like a hell of a time. You just fucking worked your ass off.
You die at 35.
Yeah. Shut up, Jose. And then you just took your money and blew it. But you had to
all
blow it.
$27 of it.
Yeah. No, I know, but now I could go.
You can go to Dean's and blow all your money.
I can go wherever I want and blow my money. But in those days, it was like, look, I got to ride this donkey that I found into like Beatty or whatever. And whatever is at Beatty, those are my options to blow money. And people were like, hey, man, you know what? Let's start a casino so we can fucking grift these dummies, you know? But either way, it just sounded like a fun time, you know, like a really good time. I might have enjoyed myself, is what I'm saying.
So the Wikipedia, go back to the history lesson.
Let's go back to
Anyways.
Easy, Dualhauser.
It was back
Fucking break character.
by 1911, the mines were closed, and by 1920, the population was basically zero.
So I'm saying 1903. Like,
Yeah,
that would probably be my prime time.
When did it start?
1905.
Oh, so like 1912. You're running high octane right now.
No, because the mine was closed by 1911. So
Oh,
you
so
had from 1905 to 1911.
1910. You're partying hard.
1909.
Yeah, 1909.
And then it's on to the next mining town, you know?
Summer of 10.
Summer of 10. Dude, summer of 10?
Yeah.
You know there was no air conditioning.
I know,
You're working.
dude.
Well, I guess you're working in the mine. It's probably moderate temperature down there while you're chugging all that dust into your lungs.
I know, there's like a
it's
furnace
borax.
creek. Like,
You're cleaning your lungs.
That's true. You're probably coming out crisp and clean.
I'm shitting white. It
And
must be clean.
A little frothy, you know, because it's like you're moving around. There's a lot of friction in there with that borax powder and granular stuff. So yeah, you're probably very clean. You're going into town, the Ghost Casino. Oh man, good times, good times. I honestly swear to God, if I had the ability to time travel, I would go to this
Doc
ghost.
Brown.
I would go to this ghost casino in its prime just to see, like, what the fuck.
Doc
what it
Brown
was
shows
like.
up and he's like, "Where do you want to go?" And he's like, "Rhyolite, 1909."
1910 Rhyolite.
1910. We didn't
Green
we
Break,
established-
And he's gonna go,
Rhyolite,
"What the fuck is a
1910.
rhyolite?"
Can you imagine pulling up in a Rhyolite in a DeLorean, dude?
Oh, you're getting shot.
shit.
Yes.
You're not making it out of there, dude.
No,
You're
you
not
are
making it out of that
witchcraft.
shit.
You are 100%
You're
witchcraft.
getting
at
shot
that point.
100%, dude. And then burned.
Yes, just in case. Okay, so then you go to Rhyolite.
Why'd they name it Rhyolite?
Yeah, I think that's
Because that's like a material out there that they would mine too.
Yeah,
it's like a rock.
Mm-hmm. The town
Oh,
is
dude, real quick, we
named-
forgot. Day one, we stop in Randsburg on the way to the brewery.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
And we stopped by this rock and stone place. Where they sell crystals and shit.
Oh, Nichole, when
Yes.
did you say
Yes. Yes.
And the guy that owns the place, apparently 3 months ago, he started using this rock, one of the rocks that he has
and
in
he's
there.
cancer free.
No, but he's off his wheelchair. That
He could walk
He
again.
could walk again. That he's been
Oh
in
my
for like
gosh.
30 years.
He was out of his motorized wheelchair, like walking to get some street tacos
Yeah,
from the
'cause we
the
saw
vendor
him.
that was out there.
Yeah, he bought 2 Snickers, 2 King Size Snickers, and 2 Pepsis, at like 9 a.m., dude.
9 a.m. walking around in shorts
Maybe
and
that's
short
what was
sleeves.
helping him out. You know?
And it was like
It's not the sugar
40
that's
degrees.
got him out of the wheelchair.
But we didn't.
Oh
so
my
we saw
gosh.
him that, and then he was like, "I got 10 stents in my heart. I got fucking all this
Stents?
shit."
Can you have?
I'm like,
10
I wonder
stents?
why you have fucking
There's
10
only
stents.
4 valves.
All right.
The doctors are like, look, we're going to have to add some more later. Let's just put some more just in case.
The guy, that's just a big insurance claim. Like, yeah, we got to put in 12 more.
Wait, there's 4 valves though.
15 grand a piece. Sorry, it's what we did. Prove us wrong.
But one of the rocks he was for sale.
That's at the Randsburg Medical Center.
Yeah. Dude, it helped. He carried this thing around for 3 weeks, I think he said. And
3 weeks.
Up
and
and
he was
running.
cured.
That's
He was
all
up
it
and
took.
walking.
Yeah, that's all it took.
So
So,
Tim,
how
Nicole,
much was that
Nicole,
rock?
how many of those did you buy?
I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any, but I
Tim
mean,
did.
It turned,
Jose was like, "What does this one mean? What does this one mean?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know all of these." Like,
I thought
It
that
means
was
it's a
little.
rock.
Yeah.
Betty White mentioned that Matt died of dysentery in 1909 in Rhyolite.
I didn't even make it to 2000.
Didn't you? No.
Summer of 10?
1910.
You didn't make it to Oregon
I
at
didn't
all.
make it to summer of 10. Shit.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that because Tim bought a crystal.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
did.
hope that crystal works for you, sir. Okay, so then Rhyolite Ghost Town. What day is that now?
This is
that was our
Friday.
last day.
Okay.
It's Friday already.
Yeah.
And then you guys camped one more night.
No, we fucking drove
No.
home.
You
drove
dude.
home on
yeah,
Friday? I thought
it
you
was
were coming home on
fucking
Saturday.
Long day, dude.
No.
We fucked
well,
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought
Yeah.
because originally I thought you said you were coming home Saturday.
No, I was open to it, but we fucking muscled through that. It was a long fucking
That's
day,
a
dude.
very
it
long
was
day.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were right like
I
at
think
12,
had
dude,
we-
1 o'clock.
I think had we known what the freeways were going to look like once we got closer to home, we would
Yeah,
have
Friday night
because
was a
it took
fucking
us
nightmare.
from the time we said we should leave. We need to get out of Death Valley and start heading home. It was 3:30, and
Oh my
I don't think
God.
Joey made it home until almost midnight. Like
Yeah.
it took us,
Oh.
I got home. Yeah,
forever
I got home
to
like
get
11 or
home.
something.
yeah,
Dude,
it
it took
was
3
so
hours
bad.
to get from Baker home.
Yeah.
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 No, I would have just stopped in Baker and camped.
We were debating because there was like a flipped over rig somewhere by Yermo, and then the fucking pass was all fogged up, so people were
Yeah.
driving super slow.
No.
But when we
Yeah.
were in that traffic, we were like, dude, let's just pull over and fucking camp one
Yeah,
more
just
night.
camp one more night. Wake up
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock in the morning and get in front of it.
Mhm.
That's what I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think we
because
all kept kind of bringing it up, but
Yeah.
nobody really
Nobody
wanted to
make the
commit.
decision.
We got food.
Yeah.
We got fucking booze.
We
Like,
had food. We had booze. We still had some firewood left. Like we could have did it, but I don't think anybody was willing to commit. I think we were all just overly exhausted
Yeah, but
to
that's
like
shit. At that
willing
point,
to stay
Baker-
one more night.
You're at Razor Road, right? I mean, you're
Yeah, we
you
Yeah.
could have pulled off at
we
Razor.
all
Yeah.
said there's Razor Road
That's
right
a-
there.
Yeah, pull off
Yeah,
at Razor Road,
yeah.
spend the night, and then take off in the morning.
But
Yeah.
dude, that Rhyolite cemetery. There's people that have died there as recent as like the 80s
What?
that have been buried there.
Yeah.
And I think 90 was the latest. That
Okay.
I saw.
I would like to be buried at Rhyolite.
Dude, it's
Put that down.
it's like
That's
you
your
would.
will. It's recorded.
You wouldn't know
Well,
it was
you-
a cemetery. Like you would just walk
Sorry.
by
Oh
it.
no, yeah, you wouldn't.
You have
No,
to, you have to fight
I mean,
for,
no. There's a marker to show that it's a cemetery, and it's all fenced off. But you have to know to turn down that road to get to the dirt road that directs
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
cemetery.
Matt, I'll tell you what. If that's what you want, there's plenty of space around it. I'll just dig a hole like next
Okay,
to
but
it.
here's I just realized I have a deal with my brother. Like first one of us that dies, we incinerate. We incinerate.
It's called cremate. You don't incinerate each other.
I didn't finish.
We're gonna
He's
blowtorch each
Let
other.
him finish his plan.
You didn't let me finish.
Gonna
But
incinerate
yeah,
his
we
truck.
need to take our ashes, and the first person that died, the other guy has to run across Dodger Stadium, across the field during a game, dumping our ashes across the field.
That's where you want to be.
Oh
You
my God,
dumping
that's
your
blue heaven on
incinerated
earth.
ashes.
Huh? Yeah, and then I can only
Dumping your
hope that
incinerated ashes.
that Mookie Betts slides into my cremated ashes. Like, oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, gross.
So you want to be in Mookie Betts' pants, is what I'm hearing.
On his pants.
Yeah. Oh, on his pants.
I'm assuming.
I want to be.
You've got a much better
In my
chance.
imagination, he has his pants on when he slides into the area that I've been dropped. But, whatever. I'm dead.
You have a much better chance of
I'm
me
dead.
digging a hole at Rhyolite than
Like I said, you know what? My brother could die first, and then I have to do that for him. And then you got to bury me up in Rhyolite. So, it's an open thing.
It's open-ended.
not confirmed. Yeah. But Rhyolite sounds like my kind of town, though. For reals. There's a casino. There's a ghost casino.
That's
Beatty.
Beatty.
No, dude, Rhyolite. There was a casino.
Oh, yeah, but
it's
It's
closed.
the remains of a casino.
It's abandoned, yeah.
What? The whole damn place is a ghost town. I understand that, but
Yeah.
in 1910,
You want to haunt,
it was the
you know?
raddest place to be.
We don't know that in the afterlife you can't travel back to 1909.
It's like Hotel California.
Yes.
It's still the summer of 10 in the afterlife.
Perpetual summer of 10, dude.
We're gonna find like Rhyolite Mining Company, and
That's gonna be a shirt,
Get
dude.
Matt a shirt.
Oh, man.
Rhyolite Mining
Summer of
Company,
10, dude.
Summer of 10.
I love it. I love it.
Yep. But yeah, dude. After that,
You are getting that shirt, Matt, when I see you.
Rhyolite Summer of 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
But it's
yeah,
also spelled like crazy, too. Rhyolite. Nice. That's
Yeah,
exactly how it should be spelled.
Mhm.
Like somebody that's not very smart or doesn't have any education around 1903.
Rhyolite.
Yeah.
yeah, and then from Raleigh, we drove back into Furnace Wells or whatever the
Creek.
fuck
Furnace Creek.
Furnace Wells. That's down near
That's
Palm
another
Springs.
street.
there you go.
Furnace Wells.
Furnace Creek. Yeah, we drove back into the park.
I think Snoop is doing a show at
Because
Furnace
fucking
Wells.
Tim
in
wanted to
Palm
buy this
Springs.
hat. This special Death Valley hat. He didn't even buy it.
With a crystal on
Oh
it.
no.
But there was also we were debating to do one more trail.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, dude. It
Joey was
like-
adamant about finding something at the peak
I
of
have the
this
needle.
trail, and
I
we
have the
were all
needle.
for it. We were all for it, and then we realized the time, and we were like, "No,
Yeah, we gotta
it
get
was
out of here.
3:30."
Yeah, we got to get
and
out
we were
of here.
like, there's no way we can start doing a trail right now.
Yeah.
It's 3:30.
Sun setting, like hour in, hour out of that trail. There's no way.
Yeah.
So
and
we-
then to just hit the road to go home.
yeah, we
Yeah.
took-
Well, at that point at 3:30, you guys, you knew what that was going to be like trying to get home.
yeah. I was hopeful. I didn't think it was gonna be traffic coming this way.
There's traffic everywhere.
Yeah,
dude.
I think Jose
Yeah.
was afraid of that ghost coming back.
Yeah.
Nah,
You guys
I mean,
knew it
I
was
you
New
know,
Year's weekend, right?
Yeah, I was aware.
But we thought we saw a shit ton of traffic going up towards Vegas, and
Yeah.
that's what we expected.
All
We
those
didn't
people got to
expect-
come home eventually.
Yeah,
But it was Friday.
was
It hadn't
Friday.
even been New Year's. Everybody should have been
Yeah.
driving up already. But that thing was so packed. But like Jose
Everybody
said,
knows
we
that
went
people
back
are-
through Furnace Creek, and we kind of backtracked versus a direct shot back to kind of the highway where we're supposed to be. We took a scenic route, and it took
we drove
us
through the valley again.
It took us 2 hours to get out of
It
there.
took us 2.5 hours to get to Baker.
Everybody knows that
Yeah.
the traffic to Vegas, leaving Vegas for New Year's is equal because people in Vegas like to party in Baker. And that's it's almost the same.
yeah.
That's a huge party town, Baker.
I mean, I had Betty White. I had 10 gallons of extra fuel.
And then I had my spare that he
yeah.
could use because I wasn't using
Yeah,
it.
she wasn't using it, so. But yeah, that drive home was fucking brutal, dude.
Does your rig run on the same fuel as Nichole's?
Yeah, a squirrel mix.
Squirrel blood.
World hits.
But yeah, I can't recommend Death Valley enough. I mean, that place is just like Nichole said. You need multiple trips out there, multiple days each trip.
Multiple meters for scanning for
different-
ghosts, different.
Yeah.
Oh man,
equipment.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I definitely need to do the same trail and path again just to go back because I didn't know that's what we were doing. I was kind of blind going into it. I was just okay, I'm going to meet these guys at the gas station.
Shit, I didn't even know we were staying at Charles Manson's place.
Yeah, I didn't even know we were
So you
staying
got
there, and it was
molested by a
dang,
ghost.
I would have if
Yeah.
I known. And
It's
it
10% gas by volume. Good one, Betty White.
beautiful. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, the more gas you put in your tank, that's getting watered down.
Yeah, the less gas.
If you got a giant tank like Jose, it's just barely going to run.
So obviously good trip. Obviously, you guys said you barely scratched the surface.
Yeah,
so
dude. We have to get it fucking
I would
out
say,
there.
when are we going back?
Yeah.
You tell me shit.
Man, our last day, we were at breakfast and we were like, so are we meeting again in like 2-3 weeks or what's happening? Just because doing that trail, I think Tim was like, let's do it backwards, which would be cool, I think, but also just taking that trail again, maybe having an extra day, because on our second day, we wanted to see so much and we were exploring so much that like the last couple of things we kind of rushed it. Like we went to Devil's Golf Course and by the time we got there it was at night. So
was that cool? Because it looked cool on the map.
It's pretty neat. I mean, it's a bunch of like crystallized rocks type deal.
It's like coral without the water. It's like dried up coral. Like don't fucking trip.
And it's a golf course.
No.
It's not. It's just called Devil's Golf Course.
I was gonna say this sounds like the most amazing place.
And
I've already figured out.
You could
like,
golf in 1909.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the Devil's Golf Course or whatever sounds like an amazing place to retire.
Each one of the whole flags has got a stripper on it.
Sure. But I
think there's a golf course in Furnace Creek.
There is.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like that's that.
Yeah.
You know what? My retirement towns or my they kind of fluctuate because sometimes it's like where was we interviewed some dude. I was like, can you research, make sure there's some Ace Hardwares in that area?
Where
the hell that
Wyoming.
was?
It was Wyoming.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, that sounds pretty amazing. But I'll tell you, Rhyolite puts that place to shame right now. So this is good. Thank you guys for doing that research. And
I would do the same trip we did with our group. Like we need.
Well, thank you.
We need to do it.
I think maybe one more day.
Yeah.
I think maybe one more day. Like versus
you could have
waking up that
me.
third day.
I did.
You did not.
Yeah, I told you guys.
Jose does that. Jose, he will say,
just says,
he will.
Hey, we're doing this.
He will.
Guess what I'm doing?
Yeah, he will. Like in passing mention a trail run and then out there be like, I'm not sure why you're not here.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this trail? And then 2 weeks later, we're like, what the hell, dude?
We did that trail.
And he's like, I told you about it.
We did this trail. My assumption
or
is
he comes to your town and drives right by your house.
Yes.
And then doesn't even say anything.
Yeah.
I mentioned it to all of you here.
Okay, so that was the funny thing is like I just happened.
Yes, I did. I'm like, what are you guys doing these dates? Death Valley.
That is not an invite. That is.
Yeah. I'm like, let's go to Death Valley.
Maybe I'm, whatever. I got family stuff to do. It's not like, hey, would you like to go? Let me cancel.
Bro,
I text you.
Planned. I texted your number.
That was the other man.
Oh, sorry, dude. I still have to get your phone number.
He doesn't have my number. That's right, Betty. He does not.
But
either that
I just
happened
happened
symbols and shit. And he goes, "Who the fuck is this?"
I just happened to like go to lunch with Cody, and he was like, yeah, we're all off of work, and Jose was like trying to convince me like we should do Death Valley because we're all off of work.
You just fucking got caught up in your lie, dude.
No, I didn't say you didn't invite me.
No,
he didn't. He said
all he said was like, hey, he said we should try to go, and I was like, dude, if you guys go to Death Valley, I'm gonna be so angry. So I text Jose and was like, dude, and he was like, well, yeah, these are the dates, and I was like, wait, there's an actual trip already planned, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, that's not how Cody made it seem. He made it seem like.
What's funny is she texted me about got the invite to go, and I was all, what the hell? I didn't even get an invite.
I said, let's go.
That's not an invite. That is not an invite.
How is that not an invite?
It's just, let's go.
It was like a suggestion. I thought it was just a suggestion.
He needs a written thing in the mail.
Yes.
You are cordially invited.
He needs
in calligraphy. I would like a nice.
Yeah, he needs one of those evites.
Save the date.
Yes.
Exactly. Was it in my calendar? No.
You don't
it
even
doesn't
check
matter.
your email,
I put shit
dude.
in your calendar, and you don't fucking do it anyways.
Well, not that not you, and not that calendar. I ignore that one.
Did you guys go to the weird statues at the Rhyolite Ghost Town?
Yes, one looks like Trump.
Yes.
Fuck, I hope you guys won't say that.
It looks like Trump.
It
It's supposed to
looks
be
like
like
a
a
naked
mermaid.
Trump.
Oh.
But it's orange and it has yellow hair.
Yeah, I saw those on a video recently for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So you guys did 2 nights or 3 nights?
2 nights, 3 days,
nights.
3
Okay,
fucking full days.
so we would need to do at least 3 nights.
Yes. So
Yes.
it's not so jam packed, 100%.
I mean, the first day of like taking our time to get to where we wanted to
Yeah,
in
we
Barker
fucked
Ranch,
up.
Well, if
being
you
our
had
first
left
stop was a
early
good
enough,
day.
Yeah.
if Tim got there on time and you left early enough,
9.
No, but that was the plan. I think the plan was staying at Barker Ranch, and we got there at a fairly
no, we
decent
got there
time.
right
I
at
mean,
the
that was a
perfect time.
good marker. And everybody set up camp.
Mhm.
We got there at 5. That was a good day.
Yep.
But then like there was so much to see the second day and want to try to get out of the national park so we could camp on BLM that it was just jam packed. So it's almost like you need to make the plan to get the permit so you could just stay in the park for the second night.
Yeah, and helping those people out definitely changed our time schedule.
oh, I'm sure.
Because we
Yeah.
stopped twice.
What you get, dude.
Yeah, see what happens when you're a nice guy, dude.
Mhm.
Fucking plans get backed up. But yeah, so next time we're just gonna fucking drive right by people. No speak English.
Right.
Oh, Jose tried to save a Tesla
works
and
for
got
you,
yelled
but
at by
not
the
for
park
me.
ranger. He tried to save
Oh,
a third
shit.
person.
That's right,
He tried to
dude.
save a third person.
I forgot
Jose
about
was
that,
like
too.
on a mission to use his wench this trip.
So when we left Furnace Springs day 2,
Furnace Creek.
Furnace
Creek?
fucking shit, whatever. When we left Death
Furnace
Valley,
Wells, Furnace Creek.
Furnace
Springs.
Samsonite.
That place.
Yeah, heading into Beatty.
Beatty.
Beatty. Fuck. Yeah, there was.
Lay off the sauce, dude.
Sorry, dude. Those hard sodas really
Hard
fuck you
sodas,
up.
yeah.
There was a park ranger pulled over, and they were trying to get someone unstuck. I don't know how the fuck this Tesla got to where it was at. It was a Tesla Model Y.
Like, as in, why the fuck are you out
Yeah,
there?
like why the fuck are you trying to go over dirt berms in your all-wheel drive? They're all-wheel drive, dude. People think they can do whatever the fuck they want. But I pulled, like, we passed by them, and they're like, "Hey, maybe we should stop." So I'm like, "I'll be right back. Let me go see if they need help." When I pulled up, I'm like, "Hey, do you guys need help?" The owner of the Tesla's like, "Yes, we need help." And then the park ranger, she's like, "No, I got a tow rope." Like, you could tell she was fucking fed up with this dude. I was like, "So are you guys sure you guys don't need help?" No. I was like, "Okay." She was really adamant about not getting help pulling this guy out. But yeah, the next day when we drove by in the daylight, like, dude, what the fuck? It was a closed road. I don't know how they got to where they were at. But they'll
Yeah,
help
they
you
definitely were trying to do something illegal.
out. They'll help you out if you get stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, she seemed very upset or very just on edge.
Really?
So there are park
Yeah.
rangers out there.
There
That's
is.
That's
There
Yeah, but we only saw
I saw the one.
Yeah, well, whatever. You were only out there a couple of days.
You're right.
Like, that's
dude.
that's
You're
the
right.
problem. Is like these fucking park rangers are saving people, and then it should be known, like, hey, some idiot. If the park ranger wasn't there and those people just died, and then it became a news thing, like, yeah, these morons went out here in a fucking Tesla,
Dude, I told you,
and
I
they
just
died.
just Google Death Valley died, and there's thousands of people that are
There
dying.
could be hundreds of thousands. Is my point. There could be hundreds of thousands, and then people would be like, dude, I'm not going to Death Valley. There's nobody there to help you. But people assume the park rangers or Jose will go out there and help you.
I'm gonna start driving the,
It's
the
like-
park.
Hey, there
You
was
could
this
probably
guy.
make some good money. Go out there for 4 days, go out for the weekend, and just cruise around.
Yep.
They're not even talking about the park rangers saving them. There's just a rumor about this guy Jose that goes around trying to use his winch, looking to save people. And that's
He's
enough.
driving up. He's
Now-
already got the shackle in his hand
Yeah.
out the window. You guys need help?
Yeah,
You guys need help?
Exactly. That's the rumor of Death Valley these days. Jose, you're
Shackle in
Busted
one
up
hand
too,
and
and
a
saving
hard
people.
soda in the other.
Yeah.
you're a legend, Jose.
But yeah, that was Death Valley, man. It's like I said, I can't. Like, we need to go. We need to fucking figure out a trip and or a time frame and go, because I feel like you guys will have a great time out there.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like it. I guarantee you I'll have a good time.
Mhm.
donkey shows and Mel's Diner.
Hard cider.
Never mind, dude.
Don't do it.
What? I didn't even say anything.
There's a lot of donkeys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're, they all get together and they dance. How do I have to drink a ton of that stuff for the donkey show to start?
No, the show comes to you.
The show comes to you. Okay. I mean, that's great. I just, I wasn't sure if I had to put down some of that case you brought. It might help. The donkey show.
Okay. So I'm glad that it went well and that nobody died. Especially considering that Joey D tried to kill himself. That's good.
He got a donkey show.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he feed that donkey.
I think he
4
did.
of them.
Yeah.
He took it all.
For someone that didn't want to participate, Nichole,
Exactly.
you seem pretty eager to input here.
I even told these guys, I was like, I need to go through like a detox of these conversations.
That's my wife's life. Is she needs a detox from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds awesome. I'm very jealous that you guys got to do that, and I think we should, if we're gonna do it, it's like you got to do it before April. Right, and then
I think March. Yeah, March. I think April's already too hot.
Really,
I think.
Yeah, I think like they told us like right now is like prime time because the weather is so cool. Even during the day, you're still able to do a lot of things without overheating. But even I went in March and like in that Badlands, Devil's Golf Course kind of area. The temperatures can go up to like 92.
That's bad
just
water,
being on the
Nichole.
main.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Bad water, not bad.
Bad water. Sorry.
It's Baccarat.
Okay, Furnace Springs.
Baccarat.
I think definitely like March probably is like your cutoff.
It says
Tim talking about the end of March.
Yeah, and it says April gets up to an average of 90. March is average of 82. So, yeah, end of March, early April, or you have to go wait until November. So basically, from November to March is the best time to get there.
So I just Googled Rhyolite Ghost Casino, the train depot to which tracks were never laid.
Yeah, we were talking about that because.
Like, you didn't say there were never tracks. They built a depot, and they just went, fuck that. We're not building a railroad to that bullshit.
That's funny. I saw the
It's
depot.
It's gated around, so you can't.
But they didn't build tracks
I know.
to it.
While me and Joey were walking around, it's like, hey, dude, where the fuck are the train tracks?
Because it's kind of like they built Hemet so they could blow it up with an atomic bomb. And they just went, you know what, dude? Let's not even waste a bomb on it. And then people moved in. This is like, you know what? Let's build. How ass backwards is that? Let's build a train depot and then hope somebody builds tracks here.
I guarantee it was like in 1909. They were like, dude, you know what we need? A train depot. We got so many people coming. It's going to be huge.
The summer of 10 is going to be sick.
Let's build the depot, and then we'll start laying tracks
People
from
were
there.
fucking stupid back in those days.
And then at 1911, everybody was like, we're out.
That's like people going.
They went, you know what? It's fucking hot out here.
Let's Death Valley. Hey, let's build a space depot for aliens and the Galactic Brothers to come down, and that's
Galactic
fucking
Brothers.
Yeah, that's like that's the Integratron essentially, and that shit is like we drove there, so it's not like a complete waste.
And
but,
they make good money there, dude.
You know what? I want to know. Looking at the Rhyolite Ghost Casino, I would gamble at that casino. Like, I want to take a picture in front of that. Did it look like this, Jose?
Yeah, it's just fenced off now.
But it was still like clearly
just
a structure.
Like, just like that.
That's like the only building in that town that is still like fully intact.
Well, what if we want to go check it out? Like, we can't just go in there.
Well, Tim and Monica said one time they went and the gate was open so people could walk like on the stairs and on the porch. But I mean, that was the second time I was there and it was closed. But I don't know. I think sometimes they randomly open it, but you still can't go inside.
Who the fuck do I have to write a letter to? I assume an actual letter that I have to put in a fucking envelope with a stamp so I can get a tour of this depot.
I'll send it along with your invite.
According to Wikipedia,
thanks.
There were trains that serviced Rhyolite from the Las Vegas Tonopah Railroad. They
I'm like, look at her. Shit, I hate this. I hate you guys. And
he's in service. I know what he's thinking about.
Exactly.
So
you're just as horrible as we are.
Yes,
don't try and put yourself on a pedestal.
I don't participate in this activity. It says the depot was built in California mission style, cost $130,000 at the time, which is equivalent to $3.9 million.
That was a huge part
Someone
of
lost a lot of money there.
California's budget at the time. Who okayed this?
It said in 1907, the Tonopah Tradewater Railroad.
Paul Rhyolite? Like, I approve. Stamp.
We're printing money out of these mines. Oh, no, it wasn't Paul Rhyolite. It was Richard E. Lingenfelter. Richard E. Lingenfelter.
His friends called him Paul.
I still like Paul Rhyolite, but go ahead. But there were no tracks. I'm assuming they never had tracks to this building. Maybe it's in town, and they were just like, oh, shit, we fucked up. The tracks are 2 blocks down.
What do you mean? You said right here.
Oh,
well,
shit,
you guys already, yeah, exactly.
It's like,
they turn the plans around. Like, and they're already here. Like,
you've seen those pictures.
You told me to start the foundation right here, so I started, and everybody just kept going.
You've seen those pictures of train tracks being built from 2 different directions, and then they get in the middle and they're 2 feet off. Like, that's what happened.
2 feet off, they can make an adjustment. This shit didn't even have any tracks to it, and they just went, "Fuck it, it's a casino." Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like back in those days, that's how it went. Like, well, we built this shit. What do we use it for? Outhouses, like whatever. A bar.
A bar and outhouses.
Yeah. Right? I mean, that's a moneymaker.
Dude, it looks like at one point, it looks like there was a pretty serious town.
It was pretty big, dude, the town.
So this is a picture of the mine, and then...
oh, shit.
And Rhyolite is this town right here to the right of it.
It was pretty big, dude.
Yeah, it's equivalent to San Jacinto.
There ain't shit there now. But there ain't shit there now, dude.
Okay, this is a serious question. You know how you can adopt a trail?
Yeah.
Can you adopt a town?
Dude,
can the trail chasers adopt that town?
You can probably buy it.
San Jacinto?
I don't want any part to do with San Jacinto. It's too Hammett adjacent. I'm talking about Rhyolite. What can we do with, like, Cody, come on. You were talking about buying some land in the middle of nowhere, Johnson Valley. There's a fucking ghost casino here with a story and all kinds of amazing stuff. Trails all the way around it.
It's 6 hours away.
But that's the whole point to getting like a base camp is, 45 minutes away, Johnson Valley. Who gives a shit? Who wants, we ain't going there. It'd be an event to go to Rhyolite. And like that's our base of operations.
Play in the casino where Matt and Casey are dealing cards.
You might be able to be a caretaker. We went to there's like a house made out of glass bottles. And Joey walked around the back and was like, "Yeah, there's a trailer back there with people staying there." He's like, "Their TV is super loud, like trying to drown out the noise of everybody being here." I think they're like caretakers of that land, and they had two garages built up there.
New retirement plan. I'm sorry, guys. I want to be the caretaker of the Rio Lake Ghost Casino when I retire, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a trailer in the back, yell at people. I just want to be old and yell at people. Whether it's about tools.
You pretty
and
much
stuff.
have achieved. You're there. You're.
Well, I'm just not retired.
Congratulations, you made it.
Oh man. Okay, so. Caretaker, is there again, I assume because they don't have internet or anything like that, I gotta actually write a letter.
You gotta Starlink that shit. You gotta get that Elon Musk internet.
Well, I don't know that they have Starlink.
No, but if you moved out there, you'd have to get that.
No, he doesn't want to be connected to the
internet. I don't want none of that shit. I just want to go around polishing bottles and bottle walls or whatever.
Is that a euphemism?
Polishing what?
Exactly.
Dude, if you could move into that house made out of glass bottles, boy, you can keep yourself busy.
Matt, a lot of people around that house.
Yeah, Matt never leaves the house. What's he doing? He's polishing his bottles constantly.
I've never seen more polished bottles in my entire life. This guy's amazing.
Oh, shit. Okay, so who's going to plan the next trip for March?
Not Jose. I won't.
I told Jose that I would help him plan if he wanted to make that plan. We both mapped the trail and what we did, and I landmarked some spots where we had stopped. So yeah, I told him I'd help him if he wanted to take the lead on that.
Make it so.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Captain
I volunteered Jose.
Make it so. I know nothing will happen.
Are you guys available in March? Shit, dude. Take a look at your.
Yeah, hey, what are your guys' schedules?
Yeah.
Oh, we need letters in the mail telling us what.
I'll send them registered
when
mail.
I get the e-bike.
If I'm offended by your calligraphy,
I'm gonna go and buy some
penmanship.
stamps tomorrow, and
I get an actual letter invite. That
you get
awesome.
a physical invite.
Yeah,
How could we
exactly.
say no?
I talked about it. That was your invite.
I know that. I don't know.
Dealing cards, putting on donkey shows. That's it. Retirement plans right there. Oh,
that's Nevada in a nutshell, dude.
You can do that in Vegas, yeah.
No, there's no ghost casino. Well, I don't know. Maybe there is ghost casinos in Vegas. But if they had planned on putting tracks to it, they would have done it. It's the fact that this place was a goddamn train station that never had any tracks. That's why I love it so much.
A $3.9 million train
I
station.
fucking love this town, dude. Oh my god.
Okay, well, we will have a conversation about the potential March trip. Anything
else? 2 months away, dude.
I know, dude, and
Hammers is in between that.
And it's like a month after Hammers. Yeah, you guys.
I know. Mark hit me up today and about Hammers, and I was all, dude, I just got back to work. I have no planning done. I don't know. I mean, other than
this is not your job. You could have done. I just got back to work. What's that got to do with you sending out invites to Mark?
I'm saying I've been doing
dead?
Shit. Yes, I was dead.
Okay.
So
look. Never mind.
So
I've been in Rhyolite for 2 weeks, and there's no internet or phones.
So everybody that's in the chat room, thank you, Tim. Thank you for providing the fact-checked information on the Death Valley trip. I appreciate that. Otherwise, no one would have known what happened.
Furnace Wells.
Hey.
Furnace Wells. Golf tournament.
Indian Furnace Springs.
We knew where we were.
And then I would love to do this trip. It sounds like it's amazing. We just need to get a plan together for at least a 3. Leave Friday, take a Friday and a Monday off. Leave Friday morning, go Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, drive home on Monday.
Travel day will be Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nichole, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you for participating in all of our childish humor. It makes it so much better when I can tell that you're trying not to laugh at something, knowing secretly you want to laugh at something.
It was worse when she was my boss because
Yeah.
She was like, I can't cross that line, but it's so funny.
I'm so funny, I might get fired. Is that what you're saying?
All bets are off.
No, it was just when me and Cody would do it in the office.
Yeah.
And
That was, let's go back. There were plenty of times where Nichole would walk into my office and Jose and I having a conversation, and just she'd be like, nope. Turn around, way back out. Nope. I don't need to be part of this.
Yeah, I think this was like the first like multi-day trip like where Jose and I have hung out since we haven't worked together.
Yeah.
And I definitely saw a different side of him.
He doesn't need you for a paycheck now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
yeah.
a good report card.
So, all right. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you to everybody in the chat room that hung out with us. And thank you to Nichole. And we will we'll put something together, I think. And maybe we'll talk about it next week. Everybody have a great week.
Laters.
Bye, guys.